by unanimous decision, the Fighting Pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and new.
Welcome to the rundown. This your boy AP, and I got my boy Uncle Money in the building. And we had a phenomenal night with Canelo and Crawford yesterday. We're gonna jump into that in this video, but first, we're gonna do a silence for Ricky Hatton, a British great. You know, he was a world champion. You know, everybody remember the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fight. He fought them too. Ricky Hatton was found in this hotel in Greater Manhattan. So we'll just give him a quick, 10 minutes of silence, 10 seconds of silence. So this is respect, a great British boxing legend, and then we'll jump into the video. All right. So, um, last night I was not a big fan of the Canelo Crawford's undercards that much. I feel like they could have did better on the undercards, but we just gonna jump into the fight. You know, Uncle Money had his
That's all
prediction.
people care about. That's all people care about anyway. Nobody care about the undercard. To be honest,
Exactly,
not for this one. Nah.
exactly. But they could still do the better undercard. But
Yeah.
we can manly say that we was wrong in our predictions leading up to the fight. I won
Very
money
wrong.
though, because I did win money on Bud. I did bet on Bud to win, but I thought Canelo logically would win, basically being a bigger guy. But Bud really showed his skills. He really answered a lot of questions about his skill set, even though he didn't have the resume that Canelo had. It kind of makes people think that was people really avoiding Bud because Bud Crawford, he did make some bad business decisions, but his skill just showed that he was elite above the elite. He A lot of his fights were looking easy, just like this Canelo fight. Seemed it was competitive, but Bud seemed in control. But I think that I have to give Bud his respect. I was wrong about some things about who I thought would win the fight, but we all knew Bud had skill, but he actually needed a fight like this to prove that everything that he'd been through, all his skill sets, how he made the fights look, he is levels above everybody in this era. Um, just the way he fight was so calculated, so poised. He fought his own way versus Canelo. I think he did talk to Floyd and Bevel, but what's your take about it, Uncle Money?
One of the things that impressed me with Crawford is that he wasn't scared. He didn't run away. Like as soon as the bell rang, I mean, he came forward with the jab. He wasn't scared. He stood in front of him, stayed in the pocket, and toward the later rounds, like yeah, he got a little bit too comfortable, and I thought, all right, hold on now, because anything can happen. But I mean, he wasn't scared of Canelo's power at all. It's to the point like what power? He wasn't scared of Canelo, and he threw his shots back at Canelo. Of course, like Canelo has a chin. I mean, we didn't expect Crawford to stop Canelo, and Crawford said it himself. I don't need to knock him out. I just need to win by decision. But Crawford, I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. This is a guy coming up 2 weight classes. He's older. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring that up. Canelo is younger. Crawford is the older man, so he's older, smaller, just like Floyd was, and move up 2 weight classes and just put on a simple masterclass, controlled the fight, did not run at all. There was no Tom and Jerry. I mean, it was a great performance by Bud Crawford. He proved everybody wrong. There's literally nothing you can say. You can't say nothing about him. The only thing now is, the hypotheticals. All we have is the hypotheticals for previous legends, for the past legends. But there's nothing you can say now because he literally did the thing. So, we're Spence guys, as you as y'all don't may or may not know. We are Spence guys, and I was watching the fight at this British pub called Georgian Dragon in Sheko and Shenzhen. One of the guys I was with, Chinese guy, he doesn't really watch much boxing. He said, "Do you have a favorite boxer?" And I said, "Yeah, Crawford whooped him. He whooped one of my favorite boxers." But but yeah, Crawford. I mean, he it was a incredible performance.
Yeah, I think Crawford, he did a great film study in that three coach dragon he got. Did some incredible film study because he did take some parts of the two people that actually defeated Canelo. Uh, a page out their books. He basically, Floyd, he was very annoying to Canelo because he would hit him with that jab. He'd keep it busy. He would keep his hands busy to reset Canelo. And you saw Crawford, he would do speed jabs to him, reset Canelo, keep on throwing those combinations just to reset. Didn't have to be no power shots, just like Floyd. There's no power shots. But then also he did that straight right down the middle when he caught him like Bivol. Mixing up Crawford's, knowing that Canelo had a problem with southpaw, and Crawford, he's really good at that parrying punches as well. You think he's getting hit, but he's not. He has that high guard, and he'll parry you, and then he'll get out of there and use his speed. The speed really rattled Canelo. Just the
Yeah,
annoying punches. It was not never hurting Canelo. It was just it was such annoying, and Canelo just couldn't figure out a way to
yeah.
get in there without getting hit. And Canelo even said it. He just couldn't figure it out. He said he was a great
Styles
fighter.
make fights.
So, I mean, Canelo is still a great fighter. I feel like that was actually a pretty good Canelo, to be honest with you. I didn't feel like that was a Canelo that was like just, not in shape. This, you see that he seemed like he was the best version of Canelo, and Bud was just better. And
Yeah,
that is shows that Bud was just he's a thinker. He's um he's a thinker, but he knows his skill set. He knows not to overindulge with, like he said, his prey. He knows that, okay, I need to get in there, swim and not get wet. I know how to. This Bud was this fantastic fighter. We always knew he was a great fighter. We just, he was going up with another legend, three weight classes. Logically, it just made sense, but he beat the logic, and that's what greatness is. That's what a goat status in this era is. Um, we can admit that we were wrong, but for the logic part. But I did. I always bet on Bud, so I got my money, so
you
I'm
got that
good.
money, man. You
But
got that money. Yeah, I was telling people, man. Like I said, I was rooting for him.
yeah, I was
I
rooting for
made
him
that
too.
clear. I'm rooting for him. But logically, we just thought, Canelo would, get the victory. And I think a
Yeah,
lot
just
of
like
people honestly thought that.
Bivol and Canelo. Like Bivol was the bigger guy. Canelo had the better accolades, but Bivol beat Canelo. So I mean, it's not saying it's not bad to pick somebody. It's like a pick's a pick. Like
Yeah,
Bivol was undefeated. He was way heavier than Canelo, and people pick Canelo just because of the name. But Bivol just had more
yeah,
skills during that time, and he
yeah.
was heavier.
Same.
But
And don't forget, we got Usyk and Fury. I mean, like a lot of people may pick Fury because he was bigger, but Usyk, he had the skills. The skills pay the bills, and
But don't get us
hey, it's a
wrong.
pick. A pick's a pick.
We was rooting for Bud. We all said that in all our videos. We
Yeah,
want Bud to win. It's just that
we
that
want
was
him
the
to win.
logic
I
way.
want him to win.
But I'm
Yeah,
glad Bud did win. It showed why he beat Spence. It showed why he beat Porter. It showed why, even if they was at their best, he showed why he would have beat them. Because at the end of the day, I
yeah.
think Bud got that poise. He knows how to control the fight on going through the back foot, going to the front foot, going through. He knows how to control the fight to make it go how he wants it to go. And a lot of fighters
Yeah.
can't do that. They can't weather the storm and make it look like psychological, physical breakdown, because he really psychologically broke Canelo down more than physical.
Canelo was like visibly frustrated. He was
Yeah,
visibly frustrated. Like you said, it's not like the punches really hurt him, but he just like, this dude is tagging me, So he was getting tagged and he was getting visibly frustrated. So yeah, it did mess with him mentally. I don't think Canelo was prepared. Canelo wasn't prepared for this. Like, I
yeah.
mean, he was prepared for the fight, but he wasn't. He didn't realize how great Crawford is.
Yeah. And Crawford did his own blueprint. That's what I liked about it too. He didn't fight like
Yeah,
trying to be super slick like Floyd. He didn't try to be. He was not bigger than Canelo. He was not bigger than Canelo to be like Bivol to just walk him down, throw some combinations. He fought like
yeah.
Crawford. He mixed it up too. He showed that he can swim and not get wet and back it up and
Yeah.
be on the bicycle for a second and come back in there and hit it with a lot of combinations. He saw he could be in the pocket.
Right.
He was tagging with those short hits,
Yeah.
short punches with Canelo. So
And I think we forget, like, we all talk about Crawford being a smaller man, but Crawford's a strong dude. Like, y'all know he wrestles. So, like, if he get a hold of you, in the streets, it's a wrap. And also I saw him deadlifting, he up there with me, up there with me. I'm in the 500s in the deadlift. He in the 400s, but Crawford up there, man. So
mm,
Crawford's actually strong, stronger than most people don't give him credit for.
yeah, and Crawford, I don't know if he's gonna retire. I feel like he should retire, but
I don't think there's
he
nothing else for him to do. I
he's
mean,
not gonna get the same amount of
I mean,
money.
yeah, I think this was like what is that? That's like that should be your like 98 Michael Jordan game winning shot.
Yeah,
That's what that should be. Like that's it. Like there's no other perfect ending for that. Like now I have him as number one pound for pound. I got Usyk at two. Um, Anyway fought today too, by the way. Did he I assume he won his fight. I didn't check the results. Did Anyway win his fight?
I think they're fighting right now though.
They already fought.
Nah, they fought at 6. The fight started at 6 o'clock. This 6:30
Oh,
this morning. So they could be still going with all the
ah,
undercards and everything. But
let me check right now.
but Bud, he is the greatest in his
Yeah,
era.
he won. Yeah, 19 minutes. Yeah, he just won. Anyway, just won about 19, 20 minutes ago or so. Yeah. So it was a dominating performance. So I'm gonna check that fight out a little bit later. So yeah, I mean Crawford, um, Usyk and Inoue. Them the top three dogs in the sport.
Yeah, and it shows, but there's never gonna be another Crawford. I think he should retire unless he's trying to do like 160, be 4 times undisputed. Because he can, I mean, but other than that, I mean, he really don't need to do anything no more. I don't really, me personally, not to take anything away from Crawford, I don't like this 4 belt era because there was a lot of other fighters that was undisputed. It's just that they had 1 belt to get. There was, 2 belt era, three. So, but I think Crawford deserved all his kudos, all his roses. Um, he's 38. They're gonna look back at Crawford, realize how great he was. Um, I hope that the young upcoming Lions can see that fighting top competition gets you the bag, not the O. It's because Canelo's what's 62-3 now, and he
Yeah.
still gets the highest paid bag because he fights name opponents. So start fighting name opponents. I think I saw Shakur and To is about to fight. They have a fight scheduled now, but that's how you
Yeah.
get the bag. And not everybody has dog like Crawford, and he's a real dog. I mean, I guess when you get shot in the head and come back, I mean, God has you here for a reason.
Mm.
Um, but I want to give him kudos. Crawford and Carissa
No,
Shields, the
no.
first 3 undisputed champions. Don't compare him with Floyd because that's a different era. Don't compare him with Sugar Ray Leonard because that's a different era. Every era has their goat for that era. I'm not sure still if Crawford's my top 5 of all time just because of the resume purposes, but he is he's in my top 10. Um,
Right.
but
And that's for another topic,
yeah,
like, we can confidently say he's the number one on the planet at this very moment.
number
As
one
far
in
as
the
what he
past
got
this
him.
era.
Yeah,
He's
the
better.
group, the best of yes.
Yeah, he's better than Keith
I got
Thurman. He's better than Earl Spence, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, all them welterweights in that era. He's better than Usyk. He's the best in this
yeah.
era of champions, and he's gonna retire.
Yeah, I think he's the best. And like I say, I think Usyk is the second best of this era. And I think Crawford is number one,
Yeah.
you know?
So, but
So
kudos, that fight was the fight was good. The undercard was trash, but kudos to Crawford.
hmm,
You don't need to show nothing, don't prove nothing no more. You put your stamp of approval. You showed your skill sets. You showed your IQ. You showed that you could do anything in the ring when you want to do it. Man,
mhm.
hats off to you.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Just keep on doing you, Crawford. Don't listen to nobody. You beat the naysayers. Even if we don't agree with you, do agree with sometimes. Just live your life, man. You got it. But yeah, you proved me wrong. Uh, basically, and not saying that everybody. I don't get it wrong that often, but I got the money though. So, hey,
Hey, that's all that matters, man. You got the money. I
yeah,
gotta I gotta get on this sports bet and stuff, man. I
yeah.
gotta get on it.
But all right, man. We just say that Crawford's the GOAT of this era, GOAT status. We out. We back at it again with another banger. More videos coming out. Uncle Money and AP. Let's get it.